Hello, everybody, and welcome to Music Industry Insights Worldwide. Today we've got Stephen on the show. Hi, Stephen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you very much. Do you want to tell the listeners a little bit more
I'm
about?
good. I'm good.
Do you want to tell the listeners a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, and what you do?
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter
Yeah,
for the last 30 plus years.
awesome.
And I have been a guitarist, I've been a bassist, I've been a drummist. I basically kind of touch all instruments, pianist. I've been basically piano player, keyboard player, synthesizer, recording producer, writers for almost 30 plus years. And vocalist is my main thing. I've been a singer for a very long time.
Wow, that's really impressive. And whereabouts are you
Thank
based
you.
at the moment, Stephen?
Clovis, Fresno, California.
Oh, awesome. I wish I was there with you right now. I've got big love for the States. And yeah, we've always worked so closely together. And it was so nice to see President Trump yesterday getting such a nice, having
Yeah,
a nice time over in the UK because we're
yeah,
very good friends. And we have so much respect for you too.
of course.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about how you got into music and what that was all
Of
about?
course. Yes. Well, I basically I was in choirs since third grade.
Yeah.
And you couldn't get in at the time for some reason until fourth grade, but they allowed me to be in third grade.
Awesome.
So I basically, yeah, I've been in choirs since I was in uh, elementary, fourth
Yeah.
grade,
A little bit like,
third, fourth, fifth, sixth, yeah. And then I went into junior high, high school, and then seventh and eighth grade, that was all choirs as well. And even during the not summer times, but well, yeah, even summer times, I did a lot of like vocal training and learning how to just have a great time of reading music. And
yeah.
so I was doing that, and then through the school years, even in the lunch times, I was in choirs too. So in my on my lunch times, I wasn't really focused on. I was just bringing my food in and doing more choir.
I
So
love
I was really involved. And then
it.
high school, same thing. High school, for freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, all choirs, all the way. Even at lunchtime, I was a part of jazz choir.
I
And
love,
so,
I love singing.
yeah, so did that, and then as a senior, I think junior or senior year, I also did show choir.
Okay.
So that was more of like a jazz slash show where
Yeah.
we did dancing, and
Oh,
we did more, yeah, just having a good time, just
entertaining.
bringing in these musicals and having some good times with choir, with the vocal, with the dance.
Yeah.
And then I got into the plays and dramas and all that stuff, so it kind of fit. So in a senior year, actually, I did West Side Story.
Oh,
So
cool.
I was in West Side Story musical. That was pretty fun. I was one of the Jets.
Okay.
I was my name was Slide. They called me.
Yeah.
So when they I don't know if they threw that name in or if I was part of that from the movie or but I was one of the Jets. So I was dancing with all the Jets. I was jumping up on the fences, jumping on the houses,
Yeah.
jumping down, getting in trouble with Officer Crumpkey, all that stuff.
Sounds like
Uh choreographed fights. So it looked like we're actually really fighting and but we're singing at the same time too. So it's like we're miscellaneous, just having a good time.
you've kind of
Um,
some of it as well. Like you've had a kind of upbringing, a musical upbringing. So how
yes.
have you found that? What kind of challenges and barriers have you faced along the way? Obviously, it's been
Um,
it's been ups and
okay, so my own music of
yeah,
what I do,
yeah.
my challenge is just because the music venues are very adamant of what they want
Mhm.
and the crowd that they want to bring in.
Yes.
And they don't want anybody to just have any style of music out there. They actually only want a certain type because they think that's how they're going to make their money.
Okay.
And I get that. I get that for sure. It just then challenges, it just hurts the opportunity of like even if I want to just be simple acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
which I can be too.
Beautiful.
And I'm just a simple, no production, no band backing me up. It's just me and my acoustic
Yeah.
singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. The challenge is a lot of people want bands,
Mhm.
and the challenge is it stops a lot of good singer-songwriters
Right.
to be showcased.
Okay.
And that's why you have to go like to Nashville. So I've been to Nashville. So I
Wow.
went to Nashville and I did the singer-songwriter nights.
Okay.
So I was playing the Bluebird Cafe, I was Cafe Coco, Commodore Grill. And Commodore Grill was also a Holiday Inn. So you had all these people are staying there and they come down to eat and they get to hear music. And then there's singer-songwriter nights, so people
Well,
signed up, for like months.
yeah,
But they were cool with me. They were just allowed me to come on and play. But yeah, it's a big thing is the venues are not open to all music and they should be. And with singer-songwriter, you do collaborate with people, you do connect with people, but a lot of people also have their own views.
yeah,
And if you're not their views, they kind of push you away. So
absolutely.
again, that's another obstacle is that if you don't have the same view set, people are not, they're not in their mindset, like their heart, their lifestyle, whatever. It's just honestly, they want to push you away. But me, I'm open. I want to talk to people. I want to learn from them. I want to grow from them.
Yeah,
And I believe if we did that, we would do be a lot better place.
yeah, absolutely. And I think for me, it's about being authentic and
Of
original,
course.
said right.
Yeah.
And obviously, being in a band, there's lots of dynamics. And I wanted to be in a band, and people did say to me,
Oh yeah.
if you
Yeah.
if you're in a band, you've got to rely on these other members.
Oh, of course.
Committed,
Yeah.
be serious. How
Of
many
course.
times have you had to change bands? Or have you always been in the same one?
No, the musicians, sadly, they moved on, they left, they moved out of state.
Really?
They became mothers, fathers, they became, yeah, became parents, or they chose the lifestyle that they would like to live, American dream, and they're happy with that.
Great.
Um, yeah, so I basically kind of been solo for most of the time.
Nice.
So I'll have musicians that sometimes just jump up on stage and they'll play with me. They'll feel like my music has that capability where they're like, somebody can jump up and start playing the keyboard, or somebody can come up and start playing the drums, or someone can play the violin or play the saxophone, and it's happened before.
Yeah.
And it's such an honor and privilege because that's like not even being rehearsed. That just happens,
Oh, right.
you
Yeah.
know? And I love that because this the versatility as a musician
Yeah.
is you're supposed to be open
Yes.
to what could be because how would you not know what it sounds like if you never tried it?
Yes.
And so you got to let it just flow and experience that. So no, but it's been pretty hard also because of practice places
Right.
and things like that. And then just because I'm in a town that like just it's like a retirement area where a lot of people come here to retire after they've worked their jobs, traveled, other things. Even my own parents, things like that, they're retirement age. So it's honestly, they just want to relax and enjoy this town. And so there's not very much. So you have to go like even 4 or 5 hours away to LA,
Really?
or you have to go to San Francisco, or yeah, just I've been to San Diego. I have had to go to back to Nashville. I just got back actually from Arizona,
Oh,
so I
lovely.
was in Phoenix, Arizona. I just played a show out there for them 3 hours.
Okay.
Um,
Well done.
yeah, so it just yeah, and it's okay to be solo sometimes because it's kind of much easier
Yeah.
because
Well,
you can travel easier,
yeah.
you can practice a little easier, even in your hotel rooms before the show or something like that, or in your green room or wherever you are, wherever the opportunity arises. Uh, the obstacles could be good and it could be bad, but it's like I said, you kind of work with it
You have to.
and you
You
push
have.
through.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
how's resilience been to you? Because you've got to be quite resilient, and it's a very fast-paced industry. There's a lot
yeah.
on. There's a lot of changes.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. It's changed a lot. I know for sure because especially back from like Buddy Holly and Richie Valens and Big Bopper and all those and where it is today,
Yeah.
it's totally different. It is, yeah. I mean, even all styles of music, singer-songwriter, rock, country, gospel to
Oh,
just everything under the sun,
you change
I
everything.
tell you, yeah, it's changed. It is not the same. We are 2025 going to 2026, and I promise you, yeah, it is not the same. So it changes the dynamics for a singer and songwriter, or even a full band, or any of this, to truly kind of get out there,
It's a lot.
in that way.
So it's a lot harder. I think there's less. There's less gatekeeping, but there's more competition. There's
Of course,
and trying to break through that noise. Now,
I get it. Break through those barriers. It's just like the
you've got to break those past feelings. I think I'm kind of lucky in a way that I'm kind of not oversaturated from who I am,
okay,
being authentic.
yeah,
So that's
yeah,
good. But like,
yeah.
what would you like to see change and improve over
Of
the next
course I do.
years? What would you like to
Yeah.
see in the music?
Yes. Yeah. No doubt, because it's not just for me.
Yeah,
I would like that for everybody,
hmm
for all the artists, because it opens doors.
it
Because I
does.
know there's a lot of struggling artists out there that
Mhm.
just need that shot, or just like I said, just to have somebody to be like, hey, why don't you open for me, or be open minded. And it doesn't matter what style of music, it doesn't matter the heart of what you do, because it's honestly we're all making art, and we're all making beautiful creations, and we all come from a beautiful creation. So what creator to understand is that we just got to keep fighting and keep going and believing and trusting, and yeah, just hoping. And yeah, I definitely want that to change. It definitely needs to change, because I would hope one day, if like I said, I can help people, I
Yeah,
want to help people. I know how hard it is,
yeah,
and I don't want people to have that hard life,
yeah.
because it's not been fun.
Yeah. I think that's what actually happens, isn't it? Sometimes I think you're pushing against systems. You're trying to make a difference. You are different, and sometimes
Yes.
there can be a lot of different things going on all at once, and
Oh
nobody
yeah.
wants to see change, right?
Yeah.
So there is
Yes.
resistance always to
Yes. Yeah, it is. But
and
change can be good. Change can be good.
oh
So
yeah, I
we
think
hope
that's
for it's a good change, not a bad change. So
absolutely agree with you on that one.
of course.
Obviously, I think over in the States, you've got a lot going on. You're a global world leader in music. What's going
Yeah.
on there right now? Tell us a little bit more about the industry itself. What's going on down that way.
Back here in the US, back in California, it's usually a lot of LA shows out there, a lot of mix with DJ, with a lot with techno, and
Yeah,
a lot of people, like I said, bands, like I know just San Diego, like I said, where I was just at, Everclear, and Hoobastank was just playing out there.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and just like there's concerts, even here in my hometown, there's concerts in this town.
yeah,
A lot of it's for the big timers, for the people that are signed and people that are on the tours. And
yeah.
um, locally, there's a lot of stuff that people are cool with, of opening the doors.
It's nice.
Even places I have played, and they don't slow down. They're kind of open book to a lot of musicians, and they're cool with it, and they're fine with some people that maybe like I said, are solos, that they aren't just looking for bands.
Yeah,
So it's kind of changed that way, where
yeah,
it's kind of worked out.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And you just got to know that there could be really slow days, there
yeah,
could be slow weeks, slow months, slow years.
yeah,
But I think if you find that concert, you find that venue, you find the musicians, befriend them, talk with them, get to know them, have lunch with them,
yeah,
just or
yeah,
have a Zoom call with them like we're doing here, and you
yeah.
connect with people. I believe that we would get a lot more crazy, busy, and loving what we're doing, and then people would like grab onto to each gravitate toward that, and they would love to know, man, how do I get a part of this? Or, oh,
Yeah,
hey, I have a venue. Why don't you guys come? Because you start making noise, you start encouraging each other, you start loving on each other, you pray for each other. You do your thing, you let go, and you give it your all in your music and your singer songwriter and your musicianship and your art and all that. So I honestly just, yeah, it could be a downhill or it could be uphill. But like I said, you find that medium,
yeah,
and then you just find those times where you get to play, or maybe you just go out there and support an artist, because that's what needs to happen. I don't see it that even when I started a long time ago, there used to be a lot of support.
yeah,
And so that's why I'm saying the ups and downs. It's not
yeah.
just about
I think
performing, but it's also the support system. And
absolutely.
when the support system's there, I think, like I said, the concerts happen. It goes upward,
Yeah,
and then people want more of that, and they just encourage that. And I'd hope that, and that's why I said, I hope maybe we're down the road, because I'm always driving by old buildings that are not even being used,
right.
and I'm like, I want to make a music venue.
Yeah.
I want to do something where I can give these kids, even upbringing of
Chance.
young kids that love
Yeah,
just playing, just
that's
loving, because it's what
nice.
they love.
Yes.
and or young adults or young musicians or young even older adults, even ones that they think because I'm older, I can't play music anymore. They look at me like I'm different,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, you
Music
got to
is a
open your eyes, open
isn't
up
it?
the possibilities for these
Yeah.
people.
Music is a medicine, and I think it really helps
It is.
people to
It
heal
is.
themselves
Yes.
and themselves, right?
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh
really
yeah.
good.
Yes. I agree 100% with that.
I think this really helped me as well. And music's also, for me, been mixed with my faith because
Yes.
I was in a
Yeah.
choir myself, and a lot of that
Yeah.
teaching was
Yeah.
from my
Yeah.
choir, funnily enough, in classical
Yeah.
music. I was actually trained in a classical background, which is kind of not what I do now, but it's really helped me because I can write music, I can, write songs, I can
Of
compose,
course.
I can do all
Yeah.
that stuff because I was
All things.
music from a young age. It's
Yes.
really nice to see and nice to
Yeah.
hear actually. What would you like to say to someone that's coming into the industry right now, who might be a newbie, they want to make it, they want to succeed? What kind of advice would you give to them, Stephen?
I would definitely tell them, first off, make sure it's something that you love. Make
Yes,
sure it's something that you enjoy. Make
brilliant.
it something that you wanna you wanna give this art and talent
Mhm.
to the people that could be watching you. Hope, and I'd hope that, and I just, yeah, and you never know who you're playing for. You don't know who's out in that audience. I don't care even if it's like five people. I personally believe that one of these things that we're doing, or many things that we're doing, we're changing some people's perspectives. We're seeing
Yeah,
in a different way, and they're being like, well, he could do this, or she can do this, or they can do this as a band, or or even as a solo artist, or as an artist itself, or just all genres, all music, all this. And they're like, they can do this, I can do this.
exactly.
So I would hope, I just tell them, just to keep fighting, keep looking for gigs, keep playing gigs. Always say yes to gigs. I don't care if it's,
I
like I
always
said,
do. I
even
don't
if it's just a couple people. That's your start. That's your fun part. That's where you get to experience
Mhm,
a couple people. How does it feel with just playing for a couple people? How does it feel when you don't play for nobody?
mhm.
How does it feel when you play for a lot of people?
I've done that as
And
well.
so it changes,
Yeah,
I just say, if it's not fun for you, then maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's just a hobby. And
right.
I get that. That's okay. But I tell you, the ones that love to do this, they're willing to take everything,
Absolutely.
good and bad, the
Absolutely.
traveling.
Right.
Be ready. That's what I'll tell you, is like, be ready, because
Always
if they like what they're doing,
always ready.
they'll get you busy. They'll get you on calendar. They'll Doors will open, blink of an eye, and it's like, you just be ready, have fun, enjoy, create.
Yes.
Do not give up, do not quit. I tell you, don't do that, because when you do, because I've seen so many people that
Yeah.
started this and they're not even there no more. They're not doing it.
Right.
But I know when I started this whole thing, I know the concerts and the small venues. I know when playing outside in the cold, and playing outside and the heat in the summer, and just sweating and doing all these things, craziness. And then there's like I said, there could be a lot of people, there could be no people, there could be a couple people, there could be bystanders of people walking by. You're playing fairs, you're playing stages. People may not know who you are for the first time. That's like the question mark, is like, oh, this could be a possibilities of lots of things.
Absolutely.
So again, I would say, if you love it, do it, because I said, how can you quit something that you love?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
how
great.
can you stop doing what you love? Because when you started something, it must have meant something to you.
That's
So
you can't
yeah. So
get it.
let that fight and that love always be in your heart and in your mind
Yeah.
and in your walk and your talk and all this stuff. And I promise you, you can't go wrong.
It will
And
shine.
by telling the truth and letting people know you're not alone, letting people know that they're alive,
Yeah.
they have a purpose.
Yeah.
I personally
And
just believe you just be honest, be authentic, be the real you.
yes.
I promise people will gear towards it, and it's proof, because I can't believe the stuff and social medias and things like that that people want to hear
Yeah.
and connect with me and hear me. And it's like even my Reverb Nation page that I have, and it's like
Lovely
I got
personality.
all around the world, man, outside the countries. And I was just like, that's insane. And I guess truth and just the love and just compassion, writing music of just realness of what people's life could be, what your life could be, what my life could be, and write it into perspective. And just like I said, be honest on
Brilliant.
when you write and
Excellent.
be honest when you sing and when you speak. And you never know who you're out there
Excellent.
encouraging.
So tell us a little bit more about what you've got going on. What's your next
Sure.
project? Tell us a little.
My next, okay, well, I just did about Okay, so I just did a show September 6th
Mhm.
at a place called Summer Fox Tower District in the downtown area of where I live. And I did a 3 hour show for that. That's already passed.
Fun.
And then I just played Tulare County Fair that I haven't played in 8 years, but they asked me back again. And that's been 7 years. I used to do that before. And then so I did that. And then I went to fly to Phoenix, Arizona, and I played in the city of Glendale and I just did an event for 3 hours for that. And then I just got back on Monday, just last past Monday morning. I flew back, and now my biggest thing is 20-year anniversary. I am playing the big Fresno Fair, my hometown,
Fab.
um, and I'm playing with Skillet
Uh-huh.
and Switchfoot.
No way.
So I'm opening for them, and that's what I usually do. I usually open up an hour right before the artist,
Yeah.
and you kind of just get them all, excited, and just telling people, hey, I love these guys. I grew up listening to these guys, and it's like all the artists I have sing. But yeah, they're coming. Skillet and Switchfoot has actually played before at the Big Fresno Fair before, so this is kind of like a reunion
Yeah.
show kind of situation together. They've never played together, but they played separately
Mhm.
at the Big Fresno Fair. But like I said, I got my spot back that I usually had been playing like an hour right before that Christian artist and for the big show. And I just enjoy it. I love just opening. I love just having a good time. So yeah, October 9th,
Oh, that's my
that will be
birthday.
my
That's my
oh, that's your
birthday.
birthday.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be filming it. I'll be filming it on my Facebook Live, so you can watch that. You'll have it as a gift,
Oh,
so
thank
you'll be able to hear the music that I do, and which you've probably already heard and seen. But like I said, I'll be playing that night.
you.
So, and then
You'll smash.
possibilities of a couple things in the works. I'm just waiting for everything to be, put on the books and writing it down and getting it prepared, being prepared,
Yeah.
practicing,
Yeah.
and keep writing. I actually started writing some new music while I was in Arizona. So even while I was out there playing that concert, I had a brand new song come birth into me, and
Wow.
I just, yeah, yeah, there's a couple of them. Actually, the one on the sixth too, while I
Uh-huh.
was practicing before the sixth, I started writing another. So I have two new songs
Yeah.
that I've been perfecting and writing. And just, again, it's just a heartfelt, truthful, just laying down my heart, laying down what's going on in my life. And knowing again that we have a lot of struggles in our lives, we have a lot of troubles in our lives, but I
Yeah.
also believe
Yes.
that when that light in that road that that you go on, I feel it's like a breath of fresh air, and it's like I'm gonna walk that road even if no one understands,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna let people know this is what's true, this is what's right, and I just let people know, hey, I love you, I care for you, I want the best for you, and that song was basically just like, hey, even though I'm going through some hard things, you might be going through some hard things,
Yeah.
but we're going through it together.
I
And
love.
we're going to make it together. So that song kind of just brings the purpose that we're coming together.
I love that.
Because I always feel we need to come together, and that's how it works in this world.
Absolutely.
That's how we make it. That's how things change.
Mm, absolutely. And if the listeners want to connect with you, they want to find out more, how
Yeah.
that.
Reverb Nation. I go to just www.reverbnation.com/incoming rush.
Okay.
22. So it's basically just Incoming Rush, INCOMING, and then RUSH, and then ACTS 22. And you basically get all the music you enjoy. It's about maybe 54 songs on there. And I also do have a record out in London
No.
with a company called Elastic Stage. I
Right.
don't know if you've heard them,
Okay.
but and if you make music, I would say reach out to them because they can make your record like they did me. So they made so yeah, I have a CD, I have a vinyl,
Yeah.
and so I have those, and that's from the company from London, UK.
Well,
And that was basically what I've done. And then I'm all on YouTube. So
okay.
you type in Incoming Rush or my name, which
Mhm.
you see on the bottom of the
Link is in the link.
my name.
So,
So Stephen Michael Niewind or just Stephen Niewind, and then or Incoming Rush,
mhm.
2 words. And then yeah, you just enjoy all the footage that has been through the years.
Good to hear.
And like I said, it's about 30 plus years of music, from even other bands I had been a part of, from projects I've been a part of. So you can see that I have the versatility of not just one way, that I opened up my versatility of a musician, is that I wasn't just going to be a singer songwriter and a guitar player. That's why I took up the bass. That's why I took up the drums. That's why I took up piano, keyboard synthesizer. So that's when I went into the recording studios. I knew I could be prepared for anything to come my way.
Sure, sure.
Writing songs, all that stuff. Like I just perfected it through the years, and I'm still perfecting it.
Well, yeah, we
I'll
all.
never say I'm perfect, but I'll say that we all try to give it all,
Mhm.
give it our all. And I believe, like I said, somebody will understand, or someone will be loved of what you're doing, and they'll just encourage you to keep going. And that's what I would hope. So that's why I hope the music, just people enjoy it, and they just have a good time. So, but those are all my platforms that I have. SoundCloud, I'm on SoundCloud too. So there's like all these. So if you just type in Google my name or type in
Uh,
Incoming Rush, you'll
but
see
yes,
articles.
I will.
Yeah, you'll see the music locations. You'll see the links. You'll see photos.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll see things that
Well,
I've been
guys, check
doing.
it
And to
out.
be honest,
There's,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's new projects and everything that's you've got going on.
yeah. No, I have nothing else other than when I get a chance to go back in the recording studio. I'll be hopefully doing that, and then hopefully more shows, and like I said, I've been busy since September, and now I'm going to October, and then the holidays, and
That's
there
it.
could be some couple, maybe one or two events for the holidays, because I'm always doing something for the least fortunate. I'm always helping the orphans. I'm always helping the connections of the family, single mothers, single fathers. I'm looking for anybody that's going through some hard moments in their life.
Mhm.
I love doing Toys for Tots. I love working with the military, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force. I love connecting and building, and helping the least fortunate. That is my heart. It always has been and always will be.
It will be, and I think that's part of me as well. I think, coming from a different
Yes.
background and struggling myself, I think it's
Yeah.
important to give back as well if you can. And
Yes.
I do that quite often actually.
Yes.
So
Yes.
my hats off to you. It's really, really
Thank
impressive.
you.
Is there any major wins or successes you would like to share with us before we go? We've covered quite a
Successes. Okay, so my things I was in 1996, I was chosen as a national children's choir for my voice.
few.
So in elementary, I was chosen to represent the whole U.S. of the United States of the 50 states, to represent my school in California. And I went to a national children's choir in New Orleans, Louisiana, and right before Katrina. So I was in New Orleans, Louisiana before the whole flood and all these things came crashing down for these city and for these people, which I hope that none of them ever, I hope that they all recovered through all that time. It's been a while, but I hope it never happens again for anybody. So I wish the best for that. And then I went to traveling. I've traveled, like I said, to Nashville, Tennessee. The biggest thing I've done was play the Grand Ole Opry. I opened for Vince Gill.
Check you out.
And like I said, I played the Bluebird Cafe,
Loads.
Cafe Coke, all that. And that was a big deal
Okay.
because it's how the manager or person in charge saw me while I was playing right across in the mall, and I played for them a few times, and then they came up and says, "Hey, we can't pay you or anything, but we would give you an opportunity to play,
Right? I think
to open while people are walking in." And I'm like, of course, yes. Just like I said, say yes. You don't know where that's going to take you.
right.
So, so on my travels, like I said, I have played the prestigious Grand Ole Opry. I played the Opry Mills Mall stage. I played the famous Bluebird Cafe. I have played, yeah, Douglas's Corner, like with Tim McGraw and George Jones and George Strait, and all these people got founded, and it's like gonna be with the greats. That was awesome. It was amazing. The
Oh,
coffee houses, the small venues that are out there. It's like I said, they looked at you like you're like one of those big timers, and it's like that's a blessing. It's so awesome to hear. It's so cool. People are singing your songs back to you, or they'll know who you are. So had that. Before that, I also went to Okinawa, Tokyo, Japan. I have been out there and I played concerts out there. I played concerts for even the bystanders for the military off the Kadena Air Base.
yeah,
So I have had the options of playing out of state. I have been playing here in the US.
yeah,
And then I was part of the Christian Music Awards in
oh,
2010
yeah,
at TBN Studios, and I was a part of that as a singer-songwriter. Again, I was given an award, and I just enjoyed that so bad, so muchly because it was Nashville, because I'd been out there so long. First time I went out there was 2010 for this,
yeah,
and then how connections have progressed is because I kept going out there, or people were giving me open doors, opportunities,
yeah,
and so yeah, that was great. Those are awesome. Have those rewards, have those people that are rooting for you and people believing in you, and that's a great thing because when you start out just with a tennis racket and a Coke can topper, you break
right.
that can topper of the Coke or pop or whatever you call it at the time. You use that as your pick onto a tennis racket and you write songs. And to where you are now,
Yeah,
to where I'm playing a prestigious, nice guitar and or I played prestigious guitars and recordings and playing like I said, Martins and Gibsons and Taylor's and all these guitars, Ovation is my guitar. I love Ovations for recording and playing. So Ovations, yeah, my dad's old Yamaha I started on, all this stuff. So I'm just saying it's like growing from that to the where I've got to where I've been
oh,
able to play
I
and
think
where I've been.
it's
Yeah,
sorry.
it's crazy. And then yeah, the greatest thing is I mean being on these podcasts,
Mhm.
being on the interviews, connecting with people, just hearing their stories, letting them tell my story as much as I could, and it's just these are awards. These are rewards for me.
As well.
It's like this is the honor. This is a true honor and a privilege and a gift.
I'm honored.
And
I'm honored.
no, it is because I'm like if I didn't do what I did, I didn't play music, I didn't put myself out there, in social media. I don't have, like I said, a YouTube channel, but I have people that put up my stuff. I have, I don't know. I
That's
don't know where I would be. I don't know where the opportunity, like I said, if I didn't pick up my dad's guitar and break strings and learn the guitar and then restring the strings and then play the normal 440 standard, E A D G B E on the guitar strings of the six strings and then you play the bass and it's just take away the two strings and it's a bass. And then you play a bass and it's
a
different.
bass guitar.
Yeah, just yeah, drums
Yeah,
and piano and because I've been in choir, so you always had to learn your notes as a tenor.
phone as well.
Even before that in elementary, I was a soprano. So I was
Oh,
singing with all the girls. Yeah, I was singing with all the girls because I had such a high voice when I was little.
yeah.
And then, yeah, and then as I grew, into my voice, I became a tenor. So I was not I wasn't
I'm
singing
like,
with the girls
okay.
no more.
I don't
I
think
was singing with the males. Yeah, I was.
consider
So
myself.
I did that. And then, yeah, just, I mean, perfecting, writing, recording, producing, listening, going to concerts, being a part of concerts, being just a part of the music, not even playing, not even writing, not even producing, by even just learning the sound,
Yeah,
how to build sound, how to do everything under the sun behind the scenes of music.
Oh,
If you do that, I promise, like I said, it will open up a book of opportunities. And then people will know who you are. They'll know your name. They'll know what you're doing. And but yeah, so far that's the prestigious stuff that I've had so far, and we'll see if there's anything more that comes.
I'm pretty
I believe it will. I believe it will.
pretty
So,
sure there is. And good luck with it.
okay, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks again. And
Thank you.
we'll
Thank you so
definitely
much.
keep in touch.
Yes,
And thank you because it's all about meaningful relationships as well. So really
love
appreciate
it.
your time and your energy. It was super
Of
cool.
course, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks,
Thank you. Truly, thank you.
Stephen.
All right. See you later.